Here we are again. Welcome back. The invitation is to drop into the grandmother energy. Dropping into the wisdom of our ancestors. What they endured. How they nourished. How they loved. This is the second attempt at this part 2 grandmother energy video, so I've seen that happen to other people, and I'm not sure how they stay so open and even-keeled, but I'm going again because this message seems relevant, this grandmother message. I went on a walk a little while ago, and 2 different groups of people talked about the grandmother in a short period of time, and I'm tuning into that wisdom, intuition, like little breadcrumbs on the trail as a way to help me connect to the next bit of information that's going to help me in this process, help me support myself and expressing more of my truth, who I am, whatever that means. So here I am in this moment, really wanting to invite you to connect with the grandmother energy. I'm going to read this from The Goddess Journey from Roy Purcell. It's a very special book. I've been connecting with this goddess energy since the fall, really. And it's page 68 that came through on the walk today. And I've seen it already because it's take 2, but it's the Oracle. And she looks to be like a lady of the light and the water. Thusis, circling in that dark maze, clutched a sword of fire in that monster's belly, but Thusis was blind, afraid in his ego, and failed the quest, and the feminine within was flung far out of reach, left stranded ashore upon a distant beach, lamenting his loss. Come, Thusis, down the intertwining years, embrace that devouring mother monster, child of fears, for she is woman disguised, despised, deposed, and deposited, broken there at the base of your being, prison of doom, and now liberated. She awaits your coming, divine return, to bless you, reborn through the orifice of love, her holy oracle beyond the gates of bloom. The oracle of love. This image of the Matrix, the movie, the oracle, the character, and how she embodies understanding, wisdom, nourishment, ease, allowance, permission for you to be yourself, the best grandparents. Encode that to their grandchildren, that it's okay to be you just as you are, that I am behind you just as you are, that you don't have to make any changes to receive my love. Just be as you are. That's the best of the grandparent energy. And though we don't all have access to that from our maybe living experience, we have these stories that then help awaken that part of our DNA that might be more compassionate about our lineage and our heritage and our ancestry. So sometimes reading mythology or reading about archetypes or gods or goddesses is for that reminder, for that click and that awakening to that line of energy that feels like the best grandmother, grandfather ever, with all the love and none of the constraints, with respect and joy and celebration. She awaits your coming, divine return, to bless you, reborn, through the orifice of love, her holy oracle, beyond the gates of bloom. That's pretty deep. I like to go deep, but that one is pretty deep for me. They're not all so spacious as this one, but it talks about the separation, at some point, of something that then felt like loss and grief and pain and otherness, and that there was confusion in that. And I don't think there was a mistake in that. I think there was simply an opportunity to then explore something else. The contrast, and then to make decisions about how that felt, and then to be reminded through a story, or through girls riding their bikes, or friends just talking. The grandmother energy is present currently and available for me and for you. In this awakened state, it's beautiful to reflect upon your upbringing and to maybe let your grandparents off the hook, if they're on it, to take a moment and consider the environment that they were saturated in, that then affected their consciousness and ways of perceiving and thinking that may be more limited than what has been your experience. And take a pause to offer them some compassion for how they showed up. And so a simple nod to them, respect, because they are an intrinsic part of you. You cannot separate yourself from your ancestors. It's simply not possible. So why not learn to hold with them and create with them in close proximity, by your side, by your back, just in front, whatever feels good to you. They're here, and they've already efforted. Their imprint is in place, and it's in your cellular structure. And these stories, like the oracle, are just whispering to those. Turn that on, connect with that energy that is your birthright, your sovereign birthright of what's powerful and wise that comes from our elders. And with humility and respect. And for me, still a lot of uncertainty and confusion, wanting to receive it. And what's happening with my individual journey, sharing it, because why not? Why not share? And if you have really cool, awesome grandparents, share that energy too. My friend Jessica has such a love affair with her grandparents, and she has the pleasure of wearing some of their beautiful gowns. What a joy it is for me to be around her as she even tells stories about her grandmother, because that line of energy activates that in me. And then I can feel the celebration, and then I can honor my mother's mother, and I can honor my father's mother. And I can enliven the best parts of them in me, and we can move forward from here. I can move forward from here with their energy infused in my spirit. So that's the lesson from the grandmothers. I'm offering just a lot of love and care for your journey and appreciation for your presence. and I hope to be with you again very soon. Aho.